It's a sight to be seen. Well, he's got kindling nighttime burns, 2 quarts of the green. Well, people often ask him why he chose this game.
Rope on this one, pulling it into this one. That one's cut up. This one's almost cut up. Victor's got to pull off. We're going hard right now. I hear that tree actually making racket.
The smell of the 2-stroke making noise. Yeah, yeah. All over through my veins. Go!
Los Angeles, eh?
Yeah, right in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that's where the school was.
Right.
Because you got them diplomas in there.
Yeah,
In like 62.
yeah, that's where the airport was.
Yeah.
Yeah. McCulloch bought all the property on the airport.
Did they?
Yeah, well, he owned all the property there, and they just kept buying it off him.
So who was McCulloch? Who was this guy?
Robert McCulloch was an inventor. Eh? You know, he was quite a guy. Eh? Fellow that I met down there, you know, that worked with him and stuff, and he was just an ordinary Joe Blow, eh? You know.
Yeah.
But he was always inventing stuff.
His mind, eh?
Yeah, he invented the electric golf cart. And, even the bloody thing that holds the towels or the napkin holder in a bloody restaurant.
He invented that.
Yep. They were there
Patented it.
around 1960 sometime. And that buddy, he was in the war, and after the war he went to work for McCulloch. And he said, we're sitting in this goddamn restaurant having coffee, and they had napkins laying there. Well, he said, don't you have a holder for them? And they said, no, nobody makes one. I'll make one.
You kidding me?
Yeah,
And he
that's
did.
the type of guy he was.
And he did.
Yeah, yeah. So they kept pressuring him for property there at the LA airport.
Yeah.
That's, so finally he had to decide he had to move, eh, you know. So he moved to Lake Havasu,
Okay.
Arizona. And he built a factory there.
Fucker, eh?
And it was 312,000 square foot building,
Brand new.
all on one floor. Huge. It took up two full blocks.
Probably smart having it on one floor.
Yeah. And it was hot there, you know. So
And that's where the school and everything was, or no? Like after?
No, the first time I went to school down there was in Los Angeles, the old factory.
Yeah.
And then they moved there. I went there for a tour. And stuff. And yeah, they made pretty well everything themselves. You know, they made their own ignition and stuff.
Yeah.
And that, and castings there, they had magnesium and aluminum, and there was 2 semis a day. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. We were just going all the time.
And you came out of there with your ticket?
Hmm.
Small engines?
Yeah, well, it was for them, yeah. It was, you know.
Isn't that funny, eh?
Yeah, yeah. This fellow, the Jim Barbie there, he was the sales or the head service guy for North America.
Yeah.
And he used to come up and I used to take him to Port Eliza. You know.
Oh, yeah.
When I first went to Port Eliza, oh, that timber was unbelievable.
Was it?
Oh, beautiful. Those 125 were just awesome.
Well, of course they were.
Just fantastic.
I can't even believe those. Did not a lot of guys run them, or what was the deal back then? Like, I mean, there was, because it seems to me that, I mean, yeah, there was guys running them,
Oh yeah.
but you had to be savvy with the tools.
Yeah.
You had to know how to tinker
Yeah.
to run a McCulloch, didn't you?
They were a little fussy, all right.
They were a little fussy.
Well, you know, the 125, they should have put electronic ignition on it way before time.
Yeah. Instead of leaving it old school like that for so long.
And well, the thing is, they wouldn't spend any money on it. And then, of course, when Robert died,
Yeah.
well, Black and Decker took it over. The son sold it to Black and Decker.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the son lived in Lake Havasu. He lived up on top of the mountain there.
Yeah.
He had a big marina and all this stuff. He wasn't interested.
The boy.
Yeah.
And now, when did Robert die?
I got it in my bedroom there. I'm not sure what year it was.
Well, we should have a look in there and we should go through your
Yeah.
life's story in there.
Yeah, and Yeah, it was quite interesting, you know. It was, yeah, this Jim Barbie guy, he just couldn't believe the size of them spruce and stuff.
I'll bet not.
Beautiful.
Never seen anything like it.
But they were, you know, McCulloch worked on a 100cc saw, and then they scrapped it. It was sort of like this. They were just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and it didn't work. Wasn't the 797?
No.
No.
It was just near the end of the era.
Yeah. So it was that size
They were
of saw.
testing it. They were testing it.
It was that middle one between the 125 and this one, eh?
Yeah.
It was the middle ground.
Yeah. And the reports I heard on the guys I talked to that were testing it and running on the dyno, it pulled some horsepower.
I'll bet it did.
Oh, yeah, it was strong saw.
And again, that would have been 70s.
More in the 80s, maybe.
In the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s.
In the 80s. Yeah, because these things pretty much pulled McCulloch right through.
Held him through for a while.
Held him through this 800, this 850, this
It's just
125.
It's just too bad they didn't chrome the cylinder better. Eh?
Exactly.
They had so much trouble with chroming.
Yeah.
You know?
So that means you just have to keep the thing cool, don't you?
Well, yeah. And,
Rich?
Yeah. And, yeah, because they perform so well. They precise.
Do they ever?
It's unbelievable.
I should show you what I got in the pickup. We should go out and have a look. No sense in me bringing them in, but I guess you gotta come out with me and tell me which one we need to do.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got 3 in the truck,
Oh yeah.
and I want you to tell me which one we need to leave here.
Mm-hmm.
I got one just like this.
I wanted to, one thing I've never done. I have never put the dial gauge on one of those engines.
Really?
Well, I haven't been working on it yet.
We gotta do it.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do it.
You're right. I gotta put the dial on. I want to see what the hell the port timing is on them bastards.
So we need to do that.
Oh sure.
Yeah, we need to do
First
that.
thing we gotta do.
So we should make time for that.
The only thing we have to do, we have to take the gas tank off
Well, I'll do that.
and
You just tell me what to do.
yeah, just strip it off so you're down to the bare block
Yeah.
and I gotta take the clutch off.
You just point me in the direction you need me to do something, and I'm on it.
And we just see where it is. I bet you it's really close.
You think so?
But those things perform well.
I'll tell you something. I don't know what it is. Now, you can probably tell me what this is. Bob, the saw sat for a long time. This one, I was running it for a little bit, and all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. It could have been the temperature of the day, or whatever. But I picked that saw. It hadn't run for a couple of weeks. Picked it up. I choked it. It fired on the first pull and ran.
Yeah, right.
And just ran.
Yeah.
Didn't like fire and then turn the choke off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just fired.
Yeah.
I shut the choke off, and it just was ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's done that a couple times. That's timing, isn't it?
No, it's just that the
Just
carburetor
gas was
didn't
there.
drain out,
Yeah, carb was. Yeah.
Sometimes you know, like your little check valves in the carburetor, fuel
Oh,
pump and
holds
stuff,
it there.
and sometimes it might leak a little bit and it drains back to the tank.
Maybe that's what it is then.
Stuff and, those are very good carburetor. That Zama carburetor was good.
Well, you'll have to tell me. So let's go out and you tell me.
I think that's got a Zama on it.
Well,
I forget what the only thing was wrong with that now.
he said, is it a coil or was the coil on the other one?
No, I think it's this one here.
He said he needed a coil on something.
Yeah. Well, we got the coil for him, so that's no big deal.
But because it'd be nice to get this saw moving. Yeah. Okay. So
It's got a Zama on it.
is that what that is?
Yeah.
This saw actually looks in quite good a shape.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like it's been used much.
Well, it doesn't look in bad shape. Now, what was the deal? This was just to hold the stupid air cleaner on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this just
Under the tank, yeah.
and holds it to the
Yeah.
to here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now so this is the idle screw. Now, okay, this is the high-low one. So
Yeah.
you're calling that a Zamber? Zama.
Made in Japan.
Well, I'll bet you it's a bloody good carb then.
They are.
Japan.
They are real good carbon.
Japan made great stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob, this thing looks. Yeah. See. Yeah, this isn't my carb. I'll show you mine.
Yeah, yeah. They had some of them had wall barrels, some had tillets, and then later on they had the Zamas.
So this thing has no spark, is what you're telling me.
I also don't hate it. I never looked at it. I was waiting for you to come and stuff.
Okay.
You know.
Well, we'll find out what's going on here, and then I'll show you what I've got out in the truck. And
We'll have to. The thing is, another thing I'll tell you about is
well, now, yeah.
you see this thing got that big muffler underneath it.
Yeah, I think The claw was saying something up. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, and you see it's got a reed valve in it.
Yeah.
You know that actually tunes.
Really?
It does.
So,
Because I was talking to my buddy at McCulloch there, and I said, oh, he said, you got that reed valve carburetor. He said, if you can get that reed set right, he said, you'll find it.
It'll
It gets
smooth
into a certain
right out.
power band.
yeah.
You hear it singing, eh?
Oh, yeah.
And what it does, it acts sort of like pipe.
Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah,
pushes
it would
the exhaust back in,
exactly.
making it burn it again.
That
you know?
makes sense, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, it does.
So I wonder if mine's got this muffler on it,
I don't know. There's a few of them around.
because this is the channeling. See, it's got that channel in it.
No, that's where it comes out.
This is a nice little thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go. So we need to find. So, your figure. Or Donnie says it's a coil.
Yeah.
So
Well, the first thing we got to do, if you want a good saw out of it, the first thing we got to do is we got to take it all apart. We got to do the exhaust port.
we have to.
Yeah, they did a poor job on them.
Yeah. So
Got too
then,
much material in there.
yeah, and it's just no response.
Well,
Is that what you mean?
See what happens in there. You see your exhaust port here. You see how nice that is?
Yes.
Well, what they did is they never cleaned it out. It had all these little grapes. I used to call them grapes, eh?
Yeah.
Of aluminum. They didn't clean them out.
And so they're in the way.
And what happens when you got any material sticking up in there, any flaws or
Debris.
debris of aluminum, that heats up
Sure, it does.
when it's coming up. As a flame
Oh,
comes
it
out
could.
of there, eh?
Yeah.
Heats up and it causes a hot spot.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure it would.
And then
That makes sense.
And then they wondered why the chrome came off.
Well, because it got so bloody hot.
That's right.
It cooked it right off. So that makes sense.
They didn't finish it.
Oh, so we need to get in there and get that
So
done.
when I used to rebuild them for guys, the haulers,
Yeah.
rebuild them, I clean it up and polish it.
Yeah, you'd see it.
And the guy says, "Geez, that's all run there."
Did they?
Yeah.
Did
Couldn't
they?
believe it,
Well, that's amazing. Well,
And
it's
they ran
flow.
for years,
Well, it's flow.
you know.
It's flow, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just got so bloody hot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
see,
that makes a lot of sense, Bob.
I even seen that on a Husqvarna on a 372. It had a
Casting.
And it was a test size
Yeah.
that they had. And we had it at Northwest Bay in the sort.
Yeah.
Working in the sort.
One of those 575s or something like that?
No, it was
Oh, 372.
372.
372, yeah.
Like we took it apart and geez, the goddamn piston just poured on it. Well, no wonder,
Cook them bloody things.
Yeah, it gets a little heat spot and it starts heating the bloody piston up.
Sure it will.
You know?
Especially down in the big wood there, just
Oh,
sitting on the
really?
dry land, just
Oh.
running, who knows what's going on
Oh
there.
yeah. And
Fingers
dull
straight,
change and-
right to the to the wood.
Yeah.
Okay, well this thing looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a good candidate, doesn't it?
That's worth doing some work on that.
Yeah, so I think we should do that. No question about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so come on out here with me and I'll
Yeah,
show you.
see
I'll
what you got.
show you what I got, and you tell me what you think. Yeah, see, so here's my. So I wonder if this is that carb you were talking about. Yeah. Now this little bastard, Bobby. This little one. Here, let's. It is, yeah. Yeah. Did they? But this thing here, I don't really. It runs really good, actually. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's got one jet
Oh yeah.
right there, and
Yeah.
it's. I don't know. I'd like to throw a different carburetor on it.
Yeah, get rid of that.
I know. Can we do that?
Oh yeah, no problem. Don't take one off and make it solid. One in the back there. But,
Can we do that?
oh yeah,
Okay, well that's what I'd like to do to it because it just doesn't make sense what it's doing.
yeah.
How big of a job is that?
Don't take long.
Okay. Well, I think I'll leave it then
Yeah.
because I got it.
Leave it here. I'll do it tomorrow for you.
Would you?
Sure.
I'd appreciate it because I'm using the saw. I like
I've
it.
never seen one with a fixed jet carburetor on it.
Haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Well, that's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is on.
Because they used to have that. Well, it should have that hole there. You see, and it doesn't even have it.
It doesn't even have the hole.
No.
Isn't that bloody odd?
But it's a Super Pro 81.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Well, there was the 81, and there was the 81, oh 80, then the 81, and the 81E.
E, yeah.
I had the electronic ignition on it.
Yeah. So these are all point saws, are they not? Or no? No, this is electronic.
I would say that's electronic.
It says right there, electronic ignition. But
the other one, the E's had the coil underneath.
yes.
They were.
But Jesus, did these guys?
They fitted the big on ignition.
Yeah. Well, that's electronic. It says right. Actually, that's the same saw as you got inside there.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, pretty good. Nice saw.
Yeah.
But this little bugger runs good with that card. So I'll bet you what we do to it, it's gonna snap and wake it up.
Yeah, it could be built just a bit. Okay, and it speeds it up.
Yes.
Just like a water going over a rock.
That's
Speeds
right.
up. Yeah.
That's right.
So the same idea.
So that's horsepower.
Yeah, and you can see the grooves here, right?
I see them.
Yeah. I did.
So that's a hell of a design, actually.
Oh yeah.
A good design.
That's the fastest two-cycle engine for its size in the world.
So Bob, what you're saying to me is these saws now, these Macs. Let's talk McCulloch here now. This one here from the 80s is the last 800 that this is the last one they started making.
Yeah.
As McCulloch.
Yeah.
And it's not the saw that this one is what you're saying.
No, it's not.
No. This one from the 70s or early 80s even
The only problem they had, similar problem with it,
was the chroming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you see, this is a McCulloch cart engine cylinder that I cut off.
Right. Okay.
All blew up. But
So-
it ran for years.
And so you just cut it off for what reason?
Well, just to look at it.
Just to take a peek at it, sure, and learn about it.
All the work I did on it.
Yeah.
You see the hole there?
Yes, I do.
You see that?
It goes up into the, and now that was factory.
No, I did that.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
You made the swirl
Yeah.
exhaust.
Yep. See that?
Look at this.
Yeah, goes up there, see? And that does the same thing. It comes out of there.
So when did you do that?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Okay. Sounds like 20 years.
Probably
15.
Probably be in the 70s.
In the 70s. Are you hearing that? In the 70s he did this.
Because I went down to California, and I went for a tour of the factory and stuff, and I met this fellow that did the car engines,
Yeah.
and service fellow. Yeah.
Okay, so you were head service guy for McCulloch.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. Here we are.
In the camper.
Now we're in the camper. Bobby's camper. Bob and Holly's camper. Hey, there's the truck. That's the truck we're in right now.
Yeah. And there's kart racing there.
And they're kart racing. The Walkers were really big into the kart racing, and the McCullochs, and that's why. See, there's the man there. A few years back. You can see Donnie Walker there.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
Have you ever heard that before? You can see him. Now, who's this wild man?
That's me. Training for logger sports. Handbucking.
Oh,
You see that, eh?
now that's a nice saw.
Yeah.
You're not gonna believe what I was doing. That's a fat saw.
Yeah, that's a
So
300.
it is a 306, isn't it? Are you still running the Offenhauser on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy carburetor.
Yeah.
Let's run the 2 barrel.
Yeah. This is the body style just before mine. This is 67 or 8, Bob? 67. Same as my Merc.
Yeah.
Same as the Mercury out front. 67, yeah. Yeah, exactly the same actually. Now, is this a Merc?
Yep.
Or a Ford? No, it's a Merc. Yeah. You got her locked. Yeah.
You can actually see inside where they welded it together, eh?
Oh yeah.
And you took the back of another cab and put a different door and shortened the door up.
Really?
Yep.
I gotta find some back doors. So you know what's neat is see the Ford, eh?
Yeah.
In '67, you know, in 1968, that was the last. 68 was the last truck that came out as a Merc.
Yeah.
In
68.
yeah, 68 was the last Merc. But this thing's in great shape. Oh yeah, look at that. Old 6, eh?
Yeah, it's yeah, we bought it in 67.
You bought her new, didn't you?
Bought it brand new in Duncan. There was 2 of them on Vancouver Island.
You hear this? He bought this truck in '67, brand new in Duncan, on the island here.
Yep,
Mr. Bob Walker, man.
Yep.
Man after my own heart, Bob.
And it, I forget what we paid for it, but I can't remember now.
$4,500 or something, or
It was
not
something
even.
Like Holly knows, yeah, I think it was, yeah.
And they come with a 6-cylinder, and boy, oh
That's the way
boy.
it came with, yeah. I
Yeah.
put power steering on it,
Yeah.
and I put a bigger power brake booster on it.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And,
That looks like one for a half-ton. It's good enough, though.
well, that one works good.
I'll bet it does.
That one works way better, yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, it was just a manual.
Yeah. And then I put a C6 automatic in it.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Was it a 4-speed?
No, 3.
3.
I think it's 3, yeah. Yeah. And I put a fan, electric fan on
Yeah.
there for,
Did it come with a 4-speed though, like a standard?
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wanted the auto.
change the rear end and stuff, gear it up a bit.
Yeah. Get her highway rolling. Yeah. Oh, it's in great shape.
Yeah.
Mine's going under the hood a little bit. Yeah. See, that's nice. Look at that, hey.
Yeah.
Look at you bloody guys. I love it,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Walkers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Down to the
See
logger.
what the serial number is? The
3.
first one built.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, the first one they built. 393rd one they built in Canada.
This truck.
Yep.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm. See what it signs it? Made in Canada. The maple leaves on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
67 Merc, serial number 3.
393. Yeah.
Caveman camper.
Mm-hmm. 64. I went to a guy.
Son of a-
Yeah, he said I actually helped build that camper. And they were built in Victoria, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
That thing will never leak.
It's all steel frame.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's all steel frame on it and stuff. And I used to have a window in the front when we redid the roof on it.
Yeah.
We put took the window out there, you know.
What a truck.
You know, but
Hey?
yeah, it plugs away.
Oh, I know. I know. I just.
Not fast, but you know.
Well, no, they're not going to be, Bob. You know, they're just not going to be. Not with a 6-cylinder. To be honest with you, Bob, I had to throw a 460 at mine.
Yeah.
And the reason being, look what he's done here. You foam me in the cock.
Yeah, just stop the air from going in.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Looks good. Smart. You gotta keep things tight.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll tell you, I just, with mine, of course, pulling chippers and my 5th wheel for my kids, I needed the horsepower.
Oh yeah.
The 6 just wouldn't do it, Bobby. It just wouldn't do it.
See, you have a wood box in the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is
The airbags in it.
yeah. Yeah.
Sway bar in the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks good.
Sway bar in the front.
Oh, it's got the front sway bar too? Good.
Yeah, put all that in it.
And this come factory, Bobby?
Yeah.
Oh, that's paint. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is just a beautiful truck, and I love the color. I've always loved this truck.
Yeah, it's a nice color in that.
It really is. Nice green.
Yeah.
Factory.
I gotta get some work done on the doors here.
Yeah.
The doors here.
Yeah.
Gotta get that fixed.
Yeah. They and you gotta get that stuff.
Might get it done this summer maybe. I'm gonna take the doors off and just get the guy do it.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's a solid truck.
Oh yeah.
You know, and the floor's in it, I'll bet, eh?
Floor?
Good strong floor.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's
Good.
no rust in the car.
Oh, jeez, it's awesome.
Unbelievable.
Now, did you take this home from the shop, or is this just another one of these?
No, it was at the shop there.
You grabbed it.
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Yeah, because that's a beauty, Bob.
They're quite a little soft.
That's a beautiful saw. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I saw it up there, and I thought, like, what? I'm gonna turn this on.
This is the last one I've done here. This is a 95.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I did that for a lady in Vancouver, eh?
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. So we're gonna run that a lot of it.
100.
Yeah, we have a 100cc class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben
Yeah, Ken, that's
is
Ken Easy
her
announcer.
husband.
Good announcer, that's the other one, yeah.
And what's their last name?
I don't know.
Okay.
They're Aussies.
They're Aussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They live in Vancouver.
Pretty light.
Not bad.
It's not bad. That's actually not bad.
No.
Crack's pretty good, eh?
Oh, yeah, a little bit,
Yeah, I like it. What a great idea. I gotta get one of these for one of my saws, Bob, just
Yeah.
for the hell of it. I have to do it. I wonder which one I should throw it on. like it.
Kind of hard to make them for
This. Oh yeah, no, I think I do one for another one of these.
that. Yeah.
That's nice, Bob. That feels good.
Yeah.
Go in here. Oh. Is that okay, Bob?
Yeah. Like brand new 2100, isn't it?
Oh, this one here.
2100. It's got a pipe on it.
Well, I see this. Yeah.
Yep.
Did they go okay?
Well, yeah, you could get it. You could.
Can you get them going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We made a lot of money with them.
You did, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they were so far detuned, you know.
They were, weren't
Yeah,
they?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And so you could really make a difference with those.
Mm-hmm.
Because I found them to be a little bit boggy
Yeah.
as a stock saw.
Yeah, they were.
And a
Oh yeah.
like compression.
Yep. Yeah, especially with the thin ring piston in them, they had so much compression.
So why is that? I've always wondered, every 266, every little 266 I've ever pulled on's been a tough pull. Why is that?
Well, it's a little bit to do with the pulley in the starter too.
It is, eh?
Yeah, some of them had bad pulleys in them, and then the starter would jam up,
Oh, yeah.
and it make it hard to pull. Eh?
Because I like the 266s.
Yeah, they're a great little saw.
They're good saws.
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta put a new drum in them, starter drum.
You do, eh?
Mhm.
Makes sense.
It's lined up in there, eh?
Yeah.
And it's pulling hard on
Now what do you got there? 395. Is that a
Uh,
project?
No, that's just the one I use for cutting big stuff.
Yeah.
36-inch bar.
Yeah. And now what's that little bugger down there?
Oh, the one I built out of a junk pile. 254. I'll probably sell it one day or whatever.
Just for is it a little hot rod?
No,
No.
No.
Stalker.
that is.
This is, yeah, I know that. I think that's the one I cut my boot with when I took it out of the shop that day.
That plug-in thing's still running.
That
Still got
thing's
the same cylinder and piston there.
that thing. Forget that.
That's
My
worth it.
saw broke, and you gave that to me to run one day.
Yeah.
Or Donnie, or one of you guys did, and I took it out.
Yeah.
You had a 28-inch bar on it,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I had this.
I think you had a 28 on it, Bob.
No, I think it was maybe a 24.
Oh, maybe it was.
But I got a bar here that fits it though. I had that on it one time. I had the Simmer bar on it.
You had that on there?
See, yeah, see, it's got the long.
Okay, well maybe. I wonder if this is what you had on it.
I might have.
Because I cut my boot with it, Bob.
Yeah, I remember that. Your new boots.
This
Yeah.
this would go nicely on a 357.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it'll fit your small part.
That'd be a little tough on the mounts on that one, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a little hard. I just use it if I fell a cedar tree with it.
So where the hell do you get that?
God damn if I know where we got it from.
Because if
Just some more.
well, I would get one of those for my 357 if I could get. Let's feel the weight of that. Is that heavy? It's steel, isn't it?
Pretty heavy bar.
Oh, yeah.
Steel.
Yeah, that is pretty heavy, but still, it's like that's a good bar.
Yeah.
So now, yeah.
They, I think they, there's another small one. Yeah, there's another small one.
Yeah.
I think that's for 24 though.
There, let's see. It looks 24ish.
Yeah, there's another about 24.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 24. Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the small. That's what this out.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was
think
running
it's
on them.
24 on there.
That's a beauty, Bob, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real nice axe. Yeah.
He died.
Oh, this is.
65 years old.
He died at 65. Lost that. Oh, look at that! You got the article.
Yeah.
Now this is Robert McCulloch,
Well, he was a man.
and he was 65 when he died. Funeral service will be held Tuesday for Robert McCulloch, president of McCulloch Oil Company.
Yeah, oil company too.
An oil company.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Interesting. So the little power saws. So he probably had that oil company before the power saws, I'll bet.
Don't think so.
No.
No, don't think so. I think he bought it later on. Yeah.
Heart attack.
Pretty sure.
Friday. Wow, this is right away here. The McCulloch business empire was built on McCulloch Corp. There you go. Which produced chainsaws and two-cycle engines. But it had varied companies, including publicly held McCulloch Oil Co. Oh yeah. The city decided down famous bridge. McCulloch purchased it. Just a minute. I gotta read that. Can I take it down? Here, let me take that one.
Actually, we should do is get a camera to take a copy of it.
There you go. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah. Because you probably never find another one.
No, so let's do that. I'll put it under the light here. And I gotta. So here this is. I'll take a picture with this. Loki stuff, the train stuff.
There's a train there. And that's the one that's up at
Germanus or
Alberni.
Alberni? Okay.
Yeah.
Number. Gotta be.
There's my old uncle working on one of those old McCullochs.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
He looks familiar.
Oh, he lived in Jordan River all the time.
Oh, I'd never know him. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I broke him in as a mechanic.
Did you?
Yeah. There's another picture. That's one of the bridges there, just up Nima Lakes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 1077. That's with M&B's. That's the one. There's another picture over there. I gotta get a.
Gotta like the Lokis, eh?
Oh yeah, it was something.
I watched
very
one.
Wonderful.
Oh, there's a good picture of Bob. Look at this. Pull that one up.
That's my first POWERSAW shop.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this.
1960.
1960. There's Bob's first POWERSAW shop. Bob Walker. Look at all the yellow power saws.
Yeah. Everything was yellow in those days.
Yellow and black. Yeah, the pioneers were too, weren't they?
Some of them were, yeah.
But that McCulloch, oh boy, oh boy. That's a pretty good shot, Bob.
Yeah.
That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that blowing up there.
Yeah, that was worthy having that done like that.
That's the old train from the Nima River.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
British Columbia, the 1077.
Yeah.
Built in Canada. Was the last in the logging service in BC, worked at Renfrew, Chemainus and Ladysmith until 60. Really? When it was donated to the province by, oh, there you go again, Macmillan Blodell Company. Gee, he sure did a lot for,
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
didn't he?
He did.
You know?
Yeah.
I read that book on him, eh?
Yeah,
Empire of Wood.
Yeah, he was a pretty neat guy.
He was a neat guy.
Good man.
He was a good man.
He was a good man.
Yeah, sure he was.
He liked people and stuff.
And you know what? He hired good people.
Yeah, he did.
He hired good people, and that was the thing. This is a good shot.
Yeah.
75, eh?
Yeah. And that's it down here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With my
Oh, sure.
My granddaughters
Yeah.
when they were small.
Yeah.
That's up at Fort Steele.
Where's that? Oh,
Yeah, they still use that train.
in
Locomotive. In the Kootenays.
the Kootenays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, they still use that.
Now look at this. Who's ever seen this?
Yeah. I got a beaver for you.
I got beaver fever. McCulloch. That is some shirt, boy.
Oh, man.
Oh,
A couple old beavers there.
that is some funny. Hey, isn't that good? Oh man, that's good. And this one here,
You know that
Soup Day.
all soup day, yeah?
Yeah, competitor. Good old shoot.
They don't have all soup day anymore.
No,
No, it's a dying breed.
it is, isn't it? They just
Nobody wanted to do it, eh?
no, nobody. So, you worked on a lot of power saws, Bob,
Yeah, working just about all of them.
and you'd probably have to say that me knowing you, you'd probably have to say that obviously McCulloch was probably top of the heap
At one time.
at one time.
They were, yeah.
They were, and then of course Husky would have been. And
Came along quite a few years later, you know. Yeah, that's the thing, eh? You know, it took them a while to get.
Husky.
to get
It
any
did, didn't it?
decent, you know.
And
stuff.
still kind of conquered some stuff for a while,
Yeah, they did.
didn't they?
Well, the thing was they had the Molly cylinders, eh?
That's right.
And pistons, the chrome.
They weren't losing. They were
No.
standing up.
Yeah, they were standing up. They had a process, patented process.
Yeah.
You know, Molly makes all the pistons for NASCAR.
That's right.
And
You
know,
told me
all
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And McCulloch, they just couldn't keep chrome on the pistons.
No.
On the
they,
cylinders.
Well, they chromed it just like a bumper, eh?
Yeah,
And it peeled off.
peeled off.
Yep.
That must have been tough.
Yeah, it was too bad, you know. But they would have had it, you know.
And was that a decision made by the business to try and cheap out, or just it's all they knew at that time?
Well, I think the problem was that Molly had a patent on it,
Right.
on how to
Gotcha.
how they did
So the
those
system
cylinders.
was they had to
Because
figure
they
something.
made everybody's cylinders,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Yeah, they were all made by Molly. Yeah.
But-
Now they have other manufacturers now that make them that stays on because they kind of, you know,
Evolved.
kind of copied them a bit, I guess.
Sure they would have.
Stuff.
Isn't that interesting?
All to do with the honing of the chrome and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
the chrome was actually impregnated in the cylinder.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody tried it. Like bike engines, you know, some of them they all tried chrome and it peeled off. And just finally they got the process down. You know,
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Trial and error.
but a lot of racing engines are still cast iron, so you can bore them out. Eh?
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
We used to bore the McCulloch right out to 70,000 over 125.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get them bored out in Vancouver. Yeah, you could buy the pistons for them. You buy aftermarket pistons for them. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is just crazy. There's a nice old saw shop axe there.
Yeah, competition axe. Yeah, made in New Zealand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's quite sharp actually.
Probably is. Yeah.
Well, it looks it. Yeah. Now, what do we got here? Look at this here now. This is very important. Factory approved, Mr. Robert Walker. Island Chainsaw, Duncan, BC. McCulloch of Canada.
Yeah. Colorado, Canada, out of Toronto. Yeah.
And this is your certificate of small engine repair, McCulloch?
Yeah.
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 And what year is that? Does it say, Bob?
64, I think.
You're right. It does.
1964.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And this one down here now is 1974. McCulloch. Bob Walker has successfully completed the McCulloch Corporation factory authorized chainsaw service training course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the Husky one down there.
Yeah.
But I will tell you something right now, people. This Bob Walker, this man right here, he builds the meanest power saws this side of everywhere.
Yeah.
Is what I say. It's world renowned, Walkerized. So, Bob, I want to thank you for letting us come into your house today
Oh, you're very welcome. Anytime.
and look at all this stuff. And me and Bob are gonna build an old McCulloch for Buck and Billy Ray.
Yep.
What do you got here now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got the.
That was at Port Alberni.
Oh yeah.
Guess which saw won?
Look.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that a,
Guys with all their $5,000 racing saws and that old McCulloch beat them all.
that 125?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, some of them were amazing. Some of them were better than others, eh? You know?
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
Yeah, it just,
It just how things kind of they would sing.
You
It
know,
was the chain speed, wasn't it? And the revs that made the difference, wasn't it?
yeah, but they pulled well, too.
They did, but the ones like they
No.
probably all pulled well. But when you get one to sing a little more,
Yeah.
is that kind of what would be the?
Trouble is with the McCulloch is that you couldn't you moved it too high and it would blow up.
Blow up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were everything was too light inside. You know, rods were light and stuff, and you know, and it was hard to keep them together. You know, and well, they weren't made for that.
No,
You know, I can't believe how the 3120 Husky stays together.
they're tough, aren't they?
Yeah, we pulled some horsepower out of that thing. I tell you. Oh,
Amazing.
yeah. And
The 3120s, yeah.
you know, and it's just, you know, it wasn't made for that. You know.
No. So this is a 125, Bob, here.
Yeah.
And this day here these guys had all their hot $5,000 saws and the 3120s and all that. And this 125 won that day.
Yeah, there was even a bike engine there, 125 bike loader and stuff.
Now, was this a 3-cutter or a 2-cutter?
2 cuts.
2 cuts.
Yep.
And the McCulloch one.
Yep.
Now, Bob Walker built that power saw.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
You see that?
Built it in the 70s.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It's an old one. Yeah.
So that's not that one out there,
Yeah, it's the one in the chrome one.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that motor. This is I took there's a different pipe and stuff on it, but you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This one here. You remember I showed you that how they ported that?
Yeah.
The side ports
With the swirl
the
exhaust?
swirl exhaust.
Yeah.
That engine had that.
Really?
That one there, and it blew up.
Did it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was actually funny because we were up in Sayward and we were testing it, eh? You know?
Yeah.
My buddy Ed run it. He was a good operator, Ed Brown. And so we made a cut with it, and it cut really good, you know. Really, it was strong. It had lots of power. And actually, a friend of mine, the fellow that I was telling you about in Los Angeles, that developed that,
Okay, yeah.
he built that engine,
Oh, okay.
and he gave it to me.
Oh,
To try, you know, for a chainsaw. Eh?
to give her a go.
So I brought it up and made a saw out of it, and it went like hell, eh? You know?
Did it?
Oh yeah, and and the neighbor came over. He was a caller, and Saber there, and he said, "Oh, I want to try it." I said, "Sure, go ahead, make a cup of it." You know? Having a cup of beer, eh? Sitting there BSing the way there, you know. And I got just about through the cut, and the darn thing blew up. So we're sitting there having our beer, and he found a bearing in a pocket.
Oh!
A little needle bearing?
Yeah.
It was in his
Landed in
pocket.
his pocket.
Yeah. How close that come and hit you in the eye or something like that would go right through your eye, you know.
So it just couldn't take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, a rod broke on it and came right through the motor, you know.
So Bob, this must have been a pretty proud. These days must have been pretty proud for you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you come in
Yeah.
with these language, but when you come in with these old McCullochs, and you're beating these guys that have got $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 into
Yeah.
these power saws,
Yeah.
and you're walking in with an old Mac and you're winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that
It's
got to
amazing,
make you
isn't
feel pretty good, you
it?
know.
Oh, you're darn right.
And it's a testament
Yeah.
to the saw, but it's
Yeah.
a testament to the guy who built it.
And this is Matt Mooney from Ucula Day, and he had a lot of McCulloch over the years and stuff, and blew them up and stuff. And all
Yeah,
that,
so he knew about them, and
And he was a good operator, eh?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, you can tell by the way he's standing,
I
he's a
said,
good
He
operator.
said, I got an old Mac here. Why don't you try it out? Yeah, okay. So he said, sure. Yeah. And Holly was helping with the timing and stuff like that and stuff. And she came over and she says, you know, I think Matt won this damn thing.
Really?
Yeah, the last show of the year was at Port Alberta, yeah.
And he
Yeah.
took her.
Yeah.
Now, these things here,
You know, just it resonates better, eh?
Yeah.
You know? So it's really important to warm up, eh?
well, I tell you this is just, you know, this is the business here. This is the business. You know, those old Mac 125s, you heard it right from the man who built it. You know, you get them 3120s in there, and these guys that spend thousands of dollars on their saws, and you know, old Bob Walker comes walking in with a 60s, 60s or early, well, I guess it would be an early 70s, 70s 125, and they won.
Yeah.
You know, well, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
eh?
it is. You know,
Yeah.
It's surprising, eh? You know.
Well, that's gonna close up our thing here today, and I'll tell you, Bob, I want to shake your hand and I want to thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You know, thanks so much for the time you've given us here today. It's wonderful years of your life here.
A
In
lot
this.
of great history, you know.
Tons of it, isn't it?
It is.
It's something
It's
that's
been
just
fun,
in
you
you.
know. And the thing is, too, with the logger sports is some really good people. Eh?
There is, isn't there?
You know, there's no fighting or arguing or anything and stuff. And you know, it's really a good, clean sport.
It is.
And now we have so many young people coming up, and and I would bet you just about 50% of the people in logger sports now are female.
That is so cool.
It is,
Isn't it?
We got young girls running power saws.
You know what? I think that's
You know?
wonderful.
Yeah.
And I always say, and you know, the industry, and every industry suffers from its haywires, okay?
Yeah.
But true loggers are good people.
Yeah.
They just, I love hanging out with loggers. It's either in your blood or it isn't.
Yeah.
And every true logger I've met, including you, are just, they're just good people.
Yeah, there's no BS.
There's no BS,
No.
you know, with the true loggers. There's lots of guys that
Hard workers, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, and
but
yeah.
they're crafty. True loggers they're crafty. They're innovative and they're like resourceful. Loggers are resourceful people.
Yep.
They think differently. It seems like they're, you know, get the wood to the beach. It's always about getting, how can we get this wood to the beach, you know?
Yeah.
I've just always enjoyed that part of logging, you know.
Yeah.
So this has been a special day for me. A very special day. So I'm tickled with this that Bob let us into his home.
It's just too bad we don't get more recognition on it, you know, and stuff. And
I know it is.
you know, everybody thinks logging is bad and all this stuff. And you know, my dad was a logger, and stuff. And
Do you know what?
you know, when you start looking at, you know, I fixed a tree jack the other day for WD Moore Logging, eh?
Yeah,
Started in 1928,
exactly.
and they're still logging in the same place.
And you know what? That's because trees grow back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just about left. We were going to leave, and I saw a couple of belt buckles, and I love belt buckles. I collect, and actually Bobby gave me a Husky belt buckle many years ago, and I cherish it, and I wear it. And we started talking about McCulloch buckles. We'd never seen one.
No.
We were just talking about that, but so I started scanning around here. Well, he's got this. Look at this beauty. Look at this, and it's solid. 2 Huskies, eh, or whatever they are. But isn't that a beauty, eh? Oh, I love it, Bob. That is just great. Anyways, I couldn't leave without showing you that. So, yeah, yeah. I just love it. I just love it. What do you got? What do you got there? Oh yeah, you got 2 or 3. Yeah. See, you must have had a few of those, Bob, because you gave me one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave me one. I don't see any other.
A friend of mine gave me this one. It's kind of neat too. Eh? It's got, you know, it's got the handsaw.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. See, there's another one, Bob.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, so you gave me one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember. You probably had 5 or 10 of the bastards
Oh,
sitting there.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a nice one too. It's got the whole rig in there and the
That's
log
kinda
in
nice. Yeah, I got the handsaw.
Yeah, actually, that's nice, isn't it?
Guy with a power saw.
Yeah.
And the big handsaw.
Yeah, that's a newer looking one, like a pewter
Yeah.
made one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Very good.
It's good.
And oh, that's that trucking one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know, eh? You get sitting around stuff, eh? You just. Okay, over and out, people. We'll see you in the trees. Thanks again for Bob Walker and Holly. Well, I gotta tell you right now, that was one of the most funnest days I've had in a long time. I even got some work done today with the slabs and getting all them slabs air drying and that. Oh, and then to finish it off with hanging out with Bob Walker. Ah, you don't know how long I've been wanting to do that, for years. I wanted to go see Bob, you know, and learn about the McCulloch history. I feel honored, just honored. So, thanks for watching. You know, that stuff, if we're not careful, that stuff gets left at the wayside and it's forgotten. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. Will not happen. We'll keep her alive. That's our history. That's our... Those power saws, those McCulloch power saws, were way ahead of their time. Way ahead of their time. Man, I love McCulloch power saws. Anyways, thanks for hanging around. The Adventures of Buck and Billy Ray. We'll see you on the next episode. Stay tuned. Subscribe into the channel. There's all kinds of good stuff going on. And remember, run with your strengths and be kind. Over and out.